So for the Costal Pec Press, the first thing we want to do is set up the cable at around waist height, and we'll talk about how to know that you're set up correctly in just a minute. You're going to set up the bench to about 60 degrees, which is not upright. It's about 1, maybe 2 clicks below upright. And from there, what you're going to do is you're going to just press out slightly below perpendicular to the torso, keeping the cables flush to your forearm the whole time. So if you watch me go through this movement, the cables are touching my forearm at all times, which means my arm path is going to have to match where the cables want to go. Some of your cables might be wider, some of them might be closer together, and so your North Star, what you're going to try and focus on is keeping the cables along your arm. Now, a big mistake that I see is having the cables set too high, and you'll know that they're too high because once you start to press, you'll find that it's very difficult to keep your elbow and forearm flush with the cable. And as you look, there's a big space here between the cable and my elbow, the cable and my forearm. And it's almost like I'm pressing in a direction the cables are not coming from. You want to be pressing in direct opposition of the load. And so if you find that the cable is running above your arm, you're going to bring the cable down. If you find that as you're pressing there's a space between your cable and your arm because the cable is lower than your arm, then you'll probably bring the cable up. 9 times out of 10, most people put the cable up a bit too high. And so as you can see, when I put it back down to about waist height, again, it's not always going to be perfect for everybody. You're going to have to play with it. But once I put it back down to this level, you see that I can do this press with those cables directly touching my forearms at all times.